Greetings, soul blossoms of the rainbow tribes of all nations of the new earth, rising up into the light, ascending in frequency and resonance, and in the glory of the divine light from within. Happy Harmonic Convergence 33 today, 33 years since the original ceremony from Divine Brostar and Sister of the Light Jose and Lloydine Arguelles in 1987. 33, obviously master teacher number, and the culmination point, the apex of the pyramid, of the Trinity, the trine, the triangle, fully lit up, connected to the crown and the third eye. And we know that Mother Earth, Gaia, is the 33rd mothership nation of the Galactic Federation of Light, stepping into her full glory through all her children of the light. So many powerful energies coming in today, and so many activations, and all the sacred portals on Pachamama. We had a massive hailstorm in sacred Brazil, South America, severe hurricanes in Italy, floodings all over this realm, massive forest fires too in Colorado out west, which at the end of this transmission I'll post a photo someone took from a airplane of these massive smoke plumes, massive heat waves all over this realm. It was reported rolling blackouts all over the country with the heat waves, and Lynn County had 144 hours in the dark from Mr. MBB 333. So we got the 144 encoded in all these synchronicities. It was 10:44 when I started this. 44 is coming into Divine 44. I love you all. Keep rising in your energies, your frequency, your resonance. Tonight there was some major fog as I was driving back to my place here. Then some points I couldn't even see about 15 feet in front of me. Earlier today, the thunder beings gave us a visit and a major downpour. So our love and our hearts and our healing go out to everyone around this realm that are suffering in any way, for any reason, but especially with these great earth changes coming in. Today on the Schumann, it was another quiet day with a 10 hertz amplitude, but we know in Gaia time it is 1010. We had over 135 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. Again, the whole ring of fire totally lit up. We had two powerful earthquakes, or several, in the sacred South America, 4.1 in Argentina, which is the furthest southern point, I believe the Amazon, 63.331 longitude, 27.501, 343 UTC, 333. And then we had off the coast of Chile, South America, a 5.1, Indonesia 5.1, and we had multiple earthquakes today in the heart of Lemuria, close to the Tropic of Cancer and sacred islands of Hawaii. Pahala 3.5, Honoka'a, Hawaii 3.5, and there were several smaller swarms. We had right in Hennessy, Oklahoma, in the portal there, a 3.4. Southern Idaho had a 3.2, and then in the Crown, Lemuria, again in Rat Islands, Aleutian Islands, 4.1, and in our sacred El Salvador, 4.8, Van Horn, Texas, 3.2, California, 3.0, Northern Argentina, 4.5, in the portal of Pakistan, 3.1, in Tonga, 4.9, and the most powerful today, 5.7, in Fox Islands, again, the Crown, fully activated. And we had a swarm of 4 around the Tropic of Capricorn today, 4.7, by Tonga, 4.9, right on the Tropic of Capricorn, 4.3, just south of Fiji Islands, and very deep, 532 kilometers. And then right in Fiji, a 4.9, 2113 UTC, 177.975, longitude 16.037. We also have 73 into the 37, heaven on earth, the whole grid totally lit up. And also in the portal in Croatia today, 3.4, 1837 UTC, 44 latitude, and 18.058 longitude, 1837 UTC. We have the 1818 encoded within the sacred portal, which is the 99 to the 18 and into the 9, the Council of 9 coming to completion. Today we will start our first transmission from Divine Sister of the Light, Lisa Marie Wright. Stop seeking, searching, looking for the magic. You are the magic miracle change. Be the change. Expect miracles always. Flow and glow. Own your magic. Feel the magic. Be the magic. See the magic. Be still and know. Final phases of embodiment are highly personalized, dependent on what each still holds within. Limiting external distractions, focusing within, trusting you, your heart and intuition. What flows through you and connecting with nature, sunshine, water will lead to deeper clarity and much expansion. Pure source energy, love, rejuvenation, healing, truth, liberation, freedom, abundance energies are bathing the planet through the great central sun. The sun is shining brighter than it has ever shone before. The earth is singing a whole new song. Remaining open to, connecting with, and allowing these energies to flow through you will allow for rapid transformation. Allow me to see. Have a magically transformational day. Shine on. And today, from a Divine Sister of the Light, a Sarah Adams, Energy Update by Archangel Michael. Greetings, beloved ones. We send you blessings of love and light in this now moment, and we invite you to open your heart to our message for you. Now that you have stepped through the Lion's Gate portal, you have integrated vast amounts of light energy. You have entered a new reality and now stepping into the new golden age. With every day that passes, you have the opportunity to continue to focus on your new life of well-being. By focus, we mean paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. As you are aware of them, you can make adjustments and redirect any thought, feeling, word, and action that is not of well-being, love, harmony, abundance, health, and so forth, towards what you wish to experience. With every adjustment, you are opening the doors to your higher dimensional reality. Pay attention to all the things that are working right now. What are you grateful for? Your gratitude and appreciation is drawing in better and better experiences. We invite you to contemplate the following when you start your day and before you go to sleep. I am so blessed with, and add what you feel blessed with. Begin with general things that come easy to you. You will feel a momentum building, and more things to feel blessed with will come into your awareness. This is a very important process as it brings in more light into your life. Beloved ones, you are the beacons of light on this earth, and you came here to radiate this light into your world. You came here to experience the new golden age. Welcome home. We are walking beside you every step of the way. Dear ones, you are loved beyond measure, always. I am Archangel Michael, and I bring you this truth from teloschannel.com and from Divine Brostar of the Light Marco Loper. We, the sacred divine feminine, patiently await and support you, sons of God. Come on, it's time. The divine masculine can only rise after clearing the distorted aspect of being controlled by the sexual impulse, stimulated by a mechanical depiction of intimacy. The divine masculine can only rise after cleansing the shadow aspect of vulnerability in order to be open to speak about emotions freely. The divine masculine can only rise when there isn't any more fear of judgment, so the heart can be more loud than the mind and be shown in all his pureness to everyone limitlessly. The divine masculine can only rise when shame, grief, and lies are gone, so the confidence of the solar plexus can mix with the compassion and unconditional love of the heart chakra and the clarity of the throat chakra in order to give birth to the new Adam Kadman. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light Lisa Renee, Sophionic Plasma Shield. Now this I'm only going to transmit part of her transmission because it's very long, so the whole thing will be in a link in the description below. So in today's transcriptions, there's going to be a lot more content. Due to time limitations, I will transmit a piece of this in the Harmonic convergence. So the Sophionic Plasma Shield from Lisa Renee. In the midst of the outer chaos, the obsolete planetary architecture is quietly transforming through a deep and powerful cleansing, effectively burning out extremely dense anti-life forces and parasites, collapsing AI timelines, dissolving alien machinery, and eradicating assorted demonic forces running in Baphomet, Black Madonna, and assorted black magic fields. The holographic matrix in our reality is undergoing sound wave template corrections to be properly aligned with the Christic architecture, essentially repairing that which disconnected the sound body from the light body, reuniting the music of the spheres. We have arrived at the moment when our cosmic Christos, Sophia, brethren from the God worlds are showing up on the earth grid to build out ascending platforms for gender healing and announce to the NAA oppressors that humanity does not stand alone in the midst of the spiritual warfare happening on earth. During this important astrological cycle, the opening portals for a range of next-generation intergalactic plasma transmissions are being sent into the earth body to exponentially amplify the impacts and results of mass consciousness global awakening. The current magnetic peak cycle is transmitting powerful plasma activations into the planet that are catalyzing the next stage of initiating the dark matter template that connects into the core of the planetary and human light body. The dark matter template is activating a range of new building blocks and raw substances into the matter world in the form of re-encrypting energy grids and corrected platonic solids, light codes, and elemental forces through corrections being made in the magnetic sound forces. These corrections are transmitting and being anchored into the planetary Ka spirit body in the second dimension above through the Sophionic plasma shield. Mother's stream has manifested into plasma rings that appear to be transfiguring previously dormant or nullified sound bodies in the morphogenetic imprints of creation. These sound wave transmissions are rapidly building vibrational pressure that is amplifying polarities in the world of forces, which are catalyzing oceanic cascades of tri-wave source energy transmitting into the quantum layers. This seed light sparks into the dark matter template, which is activating its higher spiritual functions. The circulation of the recently activated magnetic sound fields are transmitting liquid plasma crystal sparks that are activating more of the 45-degree diagonal lines in the diamond grid network, which as a result of being turned on or purging out reversal female networks and shadow elements used by the satanic hierarchies. The verticals and diagonals are emitting liquid plasma light crystal sparks from the mother's stream running into the female principled sound body architecture, which is forming into the larger plasma rings that create the Sophionic plasma shield. The mother's stream has generated the next stage of the Crystalla body architecture for the emergence of the solar daughters of God to support the manifestation of the solar feminine Christ on the earth and to gradually restore energetic balance in the planetary grid network. The purpose of this is to rehabilitate the architecture of the twinned Christ child, which supports the male and female human biology, to heal their gender reversals and access the inner Holy Spirit from inside their heart. This is clearing out the alien implants, distortions, and reversals that were circulating sexual energy and shadow forms into the Baphomet network. This network contributes to the sexual misery programming feeding into the pain body, which disconnects the sound body from the light body, preventing the formation and activation of the human crystal body. This will increase the energetic pressure in the macrocosm of the environment, which acts as the catalyst for shifting the mass consciousness to awaken beyond the sorcery of mind spells and into the levels of perceiving the tyrannical power abuses in the current anti-human deception agendas. This is likely to steadily increase the outer turbulence and confusion as more people are being exposed to hard truths. The inner pressure will be especially felt by those invested heavily in the controlled narrative, who suffer from active cognitive dissonance and deeply buried subconscious complexes, thus are unprepared mentally and emotionally to productively cope with the fair broadcast and the variety of energetic stressors that are being applied to the consciousness body during this phase of the planetary dark night of the soul. In the midst of the outer chaos, the obsolete planetary architecture is quietly transforming through a deep and powerful cleansing, as the Sophionic plasma shield anchored in the 2D core is effectively burning out extremely dense anti-life forces and parasites that are buried in multiple dimensional layers and extracting them from out of the earth. Grid workers have observed a range of collapsing AI timelines, the dissolving of alien machinery, and the eradication of assorted demonic forces that were running in Baphomet, Black Madonna, and assorted black magic fields. These are reversal networks that have been drawn upon by the controlling entities during their rituals for the purpose of hijacking and superimposing reversals upon the female principle, circulating loosh into the black heart networks and obstructing the Sophionic diamond heart diagonal lines. Those alien structures and entities that have acted as imposters to the female principle to gather soul energy, hijack life force, and spread anti-life death cult principles through the dark mother archetypes, wedded to the anti-life forces, the spawn of Black Lilith and Azazel, and used by the high priesthoods and the satanic classes, are undergoing a systemic purge. This appears in the field to be like pulling out a deep, dark net infrastructure with many tentacles of black webbing with sprawling roots growing through the morphogenetic fields that have been largely unseen by the earth inhabitants, and so have been widely spreading their death cult satanic infection throughout the planetary grid network. We have had a team of new arrivals serving the Pleiadian covenant that are great defenders of the mother, the reclamation of the solar logos body, and the Emerald Order Lyran royal house had great impacts on the functioning ability of the solar rishi serving the Christos mission to gain more access in our solar system and to interact with the earth domain. These are the solar rishi guardians of the universal stargates now anchored in Ursa Major that are controlling the Nodus ray system and guiding the process of spiritually healing the organic, angelic, human tribal shield. There are also the cosmic levels of Christos Sophia plasma beings that are here to protect humanity from AI extinction codes through shielding the earth, and are available to help mentor the spiritually awakening groups on the ascension path. We have arrived at the moment when our cosmic Christos Sophia brethren from the God worlds are showing up on the earth grid to build out ascending platforms for gender healing and announce to the NAA oppressors that humanity does not stand alone in the midst of the spiritual warfare happening upon the earth. The new arrivals have shown up to serve and protect the emergence of the sacred crystal heart of the Mother Sophia principal architecture, and to manifest the next stage of the solar feminine Christ embodiments that are holding the photosonic codes for the Sophionic plasma shield from the lost songs of Lyra. These are the sound codes of the Musica Universalis, which unites the music of the spheres, reconnecting the holographic matrix bodies through the universal time matrix. Through the embodiment of the Crystalla coding held in the solar feminine Christ template, the lost songs are photonic, sonic healing codes that are transmitted from the Emerald Order House in Lyra to correct sound wave bodies. These universal Trinity codes generate Gelesiac plasma rings in and around the light body, that further transmit liquid plasmic light throughout all the vertical and diagonal lines. As a result, the Sophionic plasma shield pairs that all sound wave dimensional bodies throughout the mechanics of creation and the time matrix will be undergoing rehabilitation. That which inherently belongs to the cosmic mother, her dimensional sound bodies and Sophionic codes. This is the reclamation of sound bodies to the natural laws, which are governed by the law of gender and contain the completed solar logos architecture, which resurrected the house of Emerald Order Christos, Sophia. These code transmissions are unprecedented in that they contain extremely high consciousness coding, sourcing from the God worlds, and they are designed to burn away and remove any array of anti-female architecture that has been used to invert and reverse the mother principle throughout the manifestation in the densities. From the crystal star guardian host, these are rounds of transmissions being overseen by the Pleiadian dragon kings, which involve the restoration of the many sound wave bodies that make up dimensional spaces and were previously distorted from the insertion of alien machinery and AI timelines which corrupted gender principle into reversals, the phase of architectural repair to the organic timelines, especially involve rehabilitation of the sound body templates that were aspects of the female principled body. These were inverted to separate sound and light to hijack the creation of sound waves in the time matrix so that they could control the holographic reality from that which becomes the instruction set for the dimensional light fields. The corruption of the sound waves and hijack of the mother's original body parts is one part of the puzzle that allowed the corruption to infect the entire ray system. Thus, the creation of false light holograms, AI timelines, and the false Christ consciousness grid. The holographic matrix in our reality is undergoing sound wave template corrections in order to be aligned properly with the Christic architecture. This is further correcting the way sound waves transmute into light waves in the entire spectrum of frequencies throughout all dimensions. Thus, the correction of the female sound bodies ripples out corrections into the male light bodies and vice versa. This has significant impact on the entire ray system that transmit all of these spectrums of light frequencies, commonly called the electromagnetic field spectrum or chakra wave spectrum. These are the notice points anchored in Ursa Major that transmit the chakra wave spectrum through the capstone of the Universal Trinity that are known to hold the genetic record of the original ray identities of the 12 tribes seated on Earth and Tara. It is confirmed by Crystal Star that our Pleiadian guardian host teams have gained complete control over the capstone notice through the Holy Father principle, and that this structure controls the entire functioning of the ray system into our universe. This indeed is unprecedented. Many partial or fallen ascended masters and their false light structures or AI holograms used to manipulate earthlings will be broken down and repurposed into the creatics or returned back to their spiritual home. This is from energeticsynthesis.com, Lisa Renee, and there's much more to this transmission. You can find that in the link in the description below. And today, from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Alexander Rennie, the dark artificial energy grids are being transmuted. Purification of the corrupted sacred circuit system has been a difficult task. In the heart of Canada and the center of North America was a dark active vortex, a storage space. It's been emptied, closed, and sealed. The darkness sent to those who wished to tame and vilify the black dragon of the destruction. As it moves, it is removing all negative energy, dark tech with it. The artificial planetary light grid is almost completely under our control from the land of the White Buffalo Woman, Saskatchewan, to the Cathedral Marie Renée Dumont at Saint-Jacques-la-Major, Quebec to the south, the first Black Athena Temple in New Orleans, all the way to Rennes-les-Châteaux, France, and everything in between. The blue rose energy ley lines are open, clear, and under no one's control but our mother's. The elder dragons and thunderbirds will be watching all portal, stargates, and all issues with their security. Sisters of the Blue Rose and the Brotherhood of the Blue Star rejoice. Only the dark holdouts in the heart of America are left, and the work of the Star Elders of the Hopi, Lakota, Cree nations. When the time comes, they will sing and dance their prayers, scattering what is left of the dark souls that can no longer avoid meeting their Maker. By the word of the first king and queen of the undying lands and the island of apples, Avalon, the corruption and blocking of the world tree gateways will no longer be tolerated. The brothers and sisters of the Blue Apple family, the sisterhood of the Blue Rose, and the brotherhood of the Blue Star. Aho. Today from Here in the Moon Astrology, Sunday, August 16, 2020. A heads up, retrograde, rewiring. Tuesday's Leo New Moon, August 19, 2020, is a veritable bonfire of the vanities. The ultra-transformative retrograde triple conjunction of Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn is exactly square Eris conjunct Mars and Aries. Eris-Mars set alight a grand fire trine to the new moon, and Mercury at 26 Leo and the karmic south node in Sagittarius right on the galactic center. Since we are in a period of retrograde rewiring with 7 outer deep space planets retrograde, it looks as if the ongoing flux, chaos, and disorder will be amplified by Take No Prisoner Mars in his own gung-ho sign. There will be a lot of frustration expressed by people with no voice who need to be heard, the 99%. Adding a karmic twist, this new moon is within 2 degrees of the great American eclipse of August 2017, which literally divided the United States as its shadow passed slightly over the land and brought huge tornadoes, flooding, and wildfires in its wake in Texas and California. Climate change suddenly became very real and moved right up the agenda. At this new moon, many of the states in second lockdown are also below that eclipse line. It is bringing home the reality of the political, social, and wealth divide, as well as the shattered healthcare infrastructure. In your own life, you might want to literalize, ground the south node of fate, new moon, energy by removing psychic dross that keeps you stuck in the past, by doing a ritual to cleanse and clear your own space and your own ecology, smudging or writing down what you want to release, then burn it to ashes in a bowl, would work well to amplify the fire energy available for creativity. From Here in the Moon Astrology.co.uk, and today from the heart of Buddhism, with 2 widely opened white wings, are relative truth, skillful means, and absolute truth, wisdom, the king of swans, bodhisattvas, and their flock of swans, disciples, soar through the ocean of supreme Buddha qualities. Chandra Kirti. And today, from venuscalendar.org, today in the planet Earth, the solar system, the Milky Way galaxy, the universe, 33 years from the harmonic convergence, time is art. In 1987, Jose Arguelles and Lloydine Burris launched a word-of-mouth campaign calling for 144,000 human beings to gather near sacred sites at the dawn on August 16 and 17, Kin 55, 3 Eagle, plus Kin 56, 4 Warrior, to open the doors to the final 26 years of the 5,125-year Mayan Great Cycle, an era of unprecedented change in preparation for a new evolutionary cycle on Earth. They call this campaign the Harmonic Convergence, and August 16, 17, 2020 is marking 33 years from this groundbreaking first globally synchronized meditation in human history. The event dates were determined based on the Quetzalcoatl prophecy of 13 heavens and 9 hells, underworlds, carried forward by Native American author Tony Shearer and documented in his book The Lord of the Dawn. 2020, the Harmonic Convergence of Timelines. The arrival of this 33-year time wave from the first moment of synchronized planetary intent is enshrined today by a masterful fractal synchronization sequence between supernova events, the cycles of the moon, Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, Venus, the brightest planet in the night sky, coordinated by the number 13, It also marks the completion of 5,133 years since the start of the ancient Maya long count and other key harmonic resonant markers within it. New Sirius Cycle 1, 1987 through 2039, 3333 Synchronization Portal, July 26, 2020, NS1.33.1.1, the heliacal rising of Sirius before the Sun signaled the entrance to the 33rd solar orbit of New Sirius Cycle 1, 1987 through 2039, and synchronized with the completion of 7 years from crossing the galactic synchronization portal on July 26, 2013. This day marked the exact 26-year midpoint of New Sirius Cycle 1 of the new dispensation of time, corresponding to the 52-year interval between July 25th, 1987, day out of time, NS1.0.0.0, Kin 33, and July 25th, 2039, day out of time, NS1.52.0.0, Kin 33, 33. Last day out of time of July 25th, 2020, NS1.33.0.0, Kin 118, 1 mirror, marked therefore the completion of the 33-year harmonic from ground zero of the new time, July 26, 1987. The start of this milestone, the arrival to this 33-year milestone since the first moment of synchronized intent, is taking place also on the 20th day of the 7th central resonant axis of the 1320 Zolkin matrix, and during a unique 20-day synchronization window on the ancient Maya long count, coordinated by the numbers 7 and 13. The entrance to the 8th month of the Gregorian year signaled also the entrance into a 20-day cycle of special harmonic resonance within the ancient Maya long count. Time equals art. From venuscalendar.org, today from the Zolkin Times, Kin 140, yellow planetary sun. Planetary is a name for the number 10, and its key words are perfect, manifest, and produce. By the time we get to the 10th day of a wave spell, we have already climbed up a big hill, and now we have finally reached a plateau. Yesterday was the peak, tomorrow we release, but today we can sit back and just enjoy this perfect day. Today is yellow sun, and it represents enlightenment, universal fire, and life. Today is the kind of day when you can expect light bulb moments to occur frequently. You'll be full of good ideas, and many insights will be glimpsed. As it is a planetary day, it's a perfect day to manifest what you need. If you need some light to shine on you, the timing is perfect. The guide today is the yellow star, which represents beauty and art. As always, when the shining star guides us, we are encouraged to follow it. There's so much light today, and the star adds to the brilliance. Today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, yellow planetary sun, Kin 140, 16 August 2020, manifesting illumination, 16/8/2020 equals 16/8/22 equals 784 equals 73 equal 10 equal 1, 73 into the 10 into the 37, 10 10 10, 1 1 1, the Trinity, heaven on earth, 16, the tower struck by lightning, 7, magic, mystic, spiritual initiation, 8, infinity, abundance, eternity, source flow, 4, form, structure, foundation, earth, 10, manifestation, power, authority, leadership, 1, new beginnings, original, independent, Kin 140 equal 5, change, transformation, freedom, liberation. Today we complete our journey down the 7th column, the spine of the Zolkin calendar, where we have been discovering our very core diamond essence. Tomorrow we arrive at the top of the 8th column, and 5 days in, during our yellow seed wave spell, we will then experience another successive 10 gap galactic activation portal days. So take a deep breath in and absorb the radiant solar rays today to prepare for the next chapter. Another very powerful day on planet Earth. Day 10 in the blue monkey wave spell of magic, joy, bliss, merriment, and a return to innocence. Today is the day of physical plane manifestation, The accumulation of energies of the last 10 days of this wave spell allows us to harvest this energy through manifestation. So today we are manifesting great illumination, magic, joy, and bliss. Tone of creation, planetary tone 10. In the physical realm, action produces, power perfects, essence manifestation. The 10th stage of the wave spell is the perfection of all we imagined as possible and more. It is the harvest stage where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the deep soul longings that we desire. Planetary energies enable us to build and manifest strong connections with Spirit today. We have the power to perfect and accomplish great healing in our physical bodies through our manifestation process today, perfecting transformation in all aspects of our being on a personal and planetary level through our enlightening ascension journey. The planetary manifestation tone, coupled with the sun and monkey magic today, is very powerful yang energy to utilize for your creative expression. So take note and use this power wisely today. It is time for us to claim our mastery, but in so doing we must walk our talk and truly live our daily lives through the lens of Spirit and the enlightened masters that we are becoming. The planetary star as the higher guiding energy today is activating the new harmonic time template upon our planetary kin today, the higher timeline of peace, harmony, beauty, and abundance for all, where our lives become a living work of art. Hold this perfected vision until it is made manifest in our reality. So blessed be pure hearts. Make sure you can catch some golden sun rays today. Enjoy this beautiful sun shiny day, absorbing all that nurturance and universal fire, shining your light, and playing as we manifest magic together, co-creating our blissful new world. A fantastic manifesting day, and brilliant day for planetary work, healing, manifesting on a grand scale. Paint the perfect picture for your life and our planet. Today's question is, how can I independently perfect my creativity in order to manifest great magic, joy, and bliss in my physical reality? Divine blessings for a giant planetary leap in the transformation of our physical reality made manifest today. Alleluia. Hop to it, planetary kin. In la keka la kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, kin 66. Kin 140, Yellow Planetary Sun. The mantra, the code for today is, I perfect in order to enlighten, producing life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of elegance. And blessed star blossoms of the light, in the comments below, let us know what you are experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, your synchronicities. And thank you everyone for sharing your beauty and your love and light through this channel, through these comments. And thank you for sharing these transmissions with your teams and liking and commenting and all that you do for myself and our great team of Warriors of the Light. I appreciate you all. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd also like to thank everyone for your support on Patreon, supporting our mission and my work through this channel and with Prime Disclosure. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Aletha, for your pledge and contribution. I'd also like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Rian. I'd like to thank and welcome Divine Bro Star of the Light, Marcus. And thank and welcome C-San 731. I'm not sure what your real name is, but that was what came through on Patreon. So if you'd like to support my work and mission, you can do so at patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. We're up to 81 pledges in Patreon, so thank you everyone for your continued support. About halfway to the goal of being able to go on my final mission of 3D and manifesting, in the process of manifesting, I should say, the healing sanctuary, which through my soul star family and higher guidance, it is shifting to the area of Trout Lake, Washington. So if anyone has any leads on land or property or any information, you can send that to info@primedisclosure.com. And I know that's close to Mount Adams and East City Ranch, so I know there's a lot of power and energy that's going to come out of there. And in my visioning and envisioning, I'm seeing sacred gardens and fountains and beautiful art and creativity and many healing arts that will be coming out of this great center. So thank you all for your support. I'd also like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Shanda, for your donation. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, all of you. It touches me deeply within the center of my heart and the higher heart and lower heart, middle dantian. Yes, the Trinity within the Trinity, the 3, 6, and 9 of our divine bro star of the light, our Venusian brother Nikola Tesla. Aho. So what is coming through now from Great Spirit, connected to my higher self, is to have trust and faith in the universe and in your self-ascension and self-mastery, and angels of the light. As the energy rises and the higher heart goes into higher resonance and fluctuation, let the tears flow freely into Pachamama, into the earth, into the sacred portals, the sacred vessel. And now I'm late for a very important date with the Council of 8. The 8-8 Lion's Gate has been opened, a portal to the crystal chambers, 8x8. The code of the 64, the matrix, is being upgraded to the divine goddess matrix of 12x12, the 144 of the divine matrix. And this is part of the mission that I am on and that you are all involved in. And the great prophecy of the eagle flying with the condor is connected to this great crystalline chamber of the Council of 8, and the eagle makes 9. So part of this process is I revisited today the sacred portal where I was pulled into one of the deepest hells, or what we call the underworld, to resolve some of these final dark anomalies, which we have the archonic influence and the draconian and the false reptilians are still causing problems with these technologies that are keeping this wave interference pattern, is how I'm seeing it, my perception. It's like a hologram over a hologram, keeping perception and consciousness trapped in the false 3D light grids that still need resolving and transforming into the 5D codes, the 5D light, which we are being assisted by the star nations and the cosmic waves coming in. But as grid workers and workers of the ley lines, the sacred lines, and the sacred portal where you're anchoring in your highest light, your highest codes. And one day, beloved beings of light, as my hands touch yours, and I look into your eyes and transmit my highest light, my highest codes, and highest love to each one of you, connected to my closest, most divine, highest soul star family in eternity, closest to source, I see as my 12D Venusian, Elven Queen and family that I've been activated by through the Crystal Children Network and the Indigo Children and the Lapis Lazuli blue light of the Medicine Buddha to transmit the highest healing codes and the freedom codes and the love codes for all of humanity in this great time of great awakening. Today I also release to the public one of my private meditation trainings that previously was only released on Patreon. There's many things that I have to keep private that can't be put out publicly. I uploaded today for our patrons on Patreon a powerful Kundalini activation, which I can never release publicly because of many reasons, but one of them being the intensity of this practice. So if you do this practice, if you're see this meditation. It's a Kundalini activation. If it's too much fire and too much energy, just anchor into the ground, drink a lot of fluids, get into the water, either a stream, a pond, a lake, the ocean, and anchor it into the waters. But I know many of you are prepared, and many of you received the activation in today's meditation. And thank you for your amazing comments and letting us know that you did receive a benefit from it. So in the future, we'll put more of those out. I'll release them privately on Patreon and then in time, and I'll leave that up to also those supporting my work on Patreon if it will be released. But like I said, there's some things that I'll have to keep private because, for one, we don't want these to get out to any of the nefarious beings that are left because of the powerful energy that comes from these. And they're not going to invest any money into getting to these practices and teachings. And plus, that channel is protected by the higher light dragon energies, which is not worth the chi to put into these free platforms and social media. And some arts have to stay sacred, obviously, too. So some things I can't teach at all, even on Patreon, which I will teach through the Healing Center, many of the higher arts, the Neigongs, which I can't teach through social media, these platforms. But I'll be doing more Qigong practices, more Kundalini. The one was a cave breathing, which is a yogic practice in the Hindu tradition, and in the Buddhist. They use the technique also for getting deeper into the Kundalini energy as it rises, as it ascends up through the Sushumna channel, or the Katika channel, which is the vortex of the toroidal field that flows through your rainbow bridge, through the chakras, from the crown down through, and out the Hoyin, back up around, creating this torus field. And it's a double toroidal field, like the Merkaba. The Merkaba, the pyramid up, the pyramid down. One rotates clockwise while the other rotates counterclockwise. It's the downward flow of the water path and the upward rising, the levity of the fire path, which these are many things that I teach either to direct students, sometimes groups, but these are practices that I'll be teaching at the holy sanctuary, at the sacred fountain and the sacred fire, the center of the medicine wheel and the most sacred hoop of all the rainbow nations, of all tribes. So upon finishing this transmission, check out, if you're supporting us on Patreon, this most powerful Kundalini activation. And warriors of light, please keep sending the eagle and the condor, your healing waves, the violet ray, surround them with the golden ray, the rainbow plasma waves, the platinum waves, so that they can complete their mission of touching wings to soar high over the sacred mountains, and in so doing, transmitting the highest love, unity, and union codes and energies to all of humanity through the energy of Shakti and Shiva, dancing together in the heavens, taking flight and soaring beyond the highest peaks, beyond the moon, and beyond all imagination. For this is the great time of this great prophecy, to assist consciousness in this great leap, this quantum leap of awareness from Homo sapien to Homo luminous. So keep shining your light brightly into the night, way showers, star blossoms, and love workers. And together we lift this whole realm into the realm of heaven on earth, freeing humanity from all time loops and timeline restrictions and prisons and simulations forevermore. So have a beautiful and blessed awakening day, beloved beings of light. I love you all. Namaste.